With Scott Foley's recent interview leaving a few questions, what does this mean for Roman's return? Now, before I get into this, I just want to thank my subscriber Johnny for sending me this interview, as it has definitely left me with something to think about. For those of you who are not aware or who haven't seen this, yesterday an interview with Scott Foley on comicbookmovie.com was released. I will link this in the description if you want to check it out. However, there is one thing that really sticks out to me and others in this interview, which is a section of when he is talking about Scream 7 after being asked about his return. He talks about how he can't get away from the franchise and his experience with it, but it is his last line that stands out. He says to come back in 7, I haven't read a script, I haven't seen the movie, but I was so happy to be a part of this. So what does this mean about Roman and how he will be returning? I think it's very clear that he won't be alive in this movie, but how is Roman back when Scott hasn't even read a script? If he were alive, that would mean that the character would have more lines and more interaction with the characters, which would literally need a script to be involved. Well, there are a few ideas, maybe a one-line AI phrase on a telephone conversation with Sydney, maybe a photograph, although we did see this in 6, so I doubt that, or maybe something completely different. All of the theories of how he could return may be doable without a script entirely, but the closer we get to Scream 7, the more interesting these interviews and theories are becoming. The one option that stands out to me, however, which would definitely not need a script for the movie, is the one scene we have all been wanting for a long time. The Maureen Prescott murder scene. It is very possible that he is returning through a flashback or, as I keep on wishing for, video footage of the night of Maureen's murder. This scene would also not need very much dialogue and would also explain the return of Stu Mocker and possibly another way we could see Dewey return. Yes, we have not had the confirmation of Billy or Cotton returning, however, rumours have circulated about dead characters returning, so this is not too far off to think that they could all return for what could be a fantastic Scream scene. We have also heard that there is a character or two returning who have not been revealed as of yet, so it is possible. I for one do think it would be an amazing addition and would also fit in with previous things that we have seen in the franchise that would not fall out of the Scream DNA entirely, unlike other options out there. Another theory that I do have is that Roman could possibly be returning on video, but in a different way than what I mentioned previously. There is the chance that we could see Roman returning in some sort of documentary style footage of behind the scenes Stab 3 interviews which had never been released before or which he had appeared on before the movie was done filming, such as news interviews. It's even possible that Tatum or one of her friends could find this on YouTube, or that Gail could have a whole segment on her show about the murders with this as some sort of Easter egg footage. This would not require a script for Scott, so could definitely work. One last way that we could see Scott return that we have seen before but slightly different is that we could see him on television in a show or movie as Scott Foley rather than Roman Bridger. This was done in 5 and is a nice little Easter egg, but the only thing I think stops this from being true is why announce him when they didn't for 5. This definitely is not the most in-depth theory video, but I wanted to get this out there as it is one of the more interesting interviews about the movie that I have personally seen, and it does have me scratching my head slightly. So as always, what do you guys think? What are your takes on the interview? Let me know down in the comments section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and switch on that notifications button as I will be uploading more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other content here. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.